Good morning, Columbia Clearance Delivery 97633 on the ground at Owens.
97633, Columbia Clearance clear to the Gulf Romeo Delta Airport as found. Climb maintain 3000. Expect 6010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.4, squawk 3023, hold for release.
Hamilton Owens downtown 97633. Taking runway 31 for departure, departing the pattern straight out, headed to Greenwood for the Breakfast Club this morning. And good morning, Greer 97633 with you, 4000 direct cabin.
November 97633 for approach, altimeter 3010. You are 7 miles from Cobot, off Cobot at or above 2,500, cleared RNAV approach.
All right, sir, we're number 1, cross Cobot at or above 2.5, cleared for the RNAV 27 approach, 97633. And Greer 97633.
97633.
We'll cancel with you. This town broke out at 1,300 feet.
633, roger, I have cancellation received. Squawk VFR, change to advisory 633.
Squawk and VFR, change to advisory 633. And Greenwood traffic 97633, 3 mile final, runway 27 at Greenwood.
Look at you, try to lie to me, but I don't really care about it. Last year, you and I, we had a summer fling. I can't get over thinking about it. Suspense, can we be just friends? We say it over and over again. Depends when the weekend ends. You know we might be in trouble. I can't get you out of my mind. Tastes like summertime. Go on and jump in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jump in. Step up and jump in the deep end. Don't go take your time, save all my favorite drink that's so no shit. Go on and jump in, baby. The water's warm, so honey, won't you jump in? I think you got a little piece of me from one night late last year. Might be a big reason tonight. So think about us in the starlight. Deja vu, I want you so real, cause it feels like I never really lost you. I don't wanna let you go this time. Let's pick it up from where we started. I can't get you out of my mind. Tastes like summertime. Go on and jump in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jump in. Step up and jump in the deep end. You know it's so toxic. I'm a baby drink that's not my passion. Go and jump in, baby. You know you taste like summer. Go on and jump in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jump in. Step up and dive in the deep end. Don't go take your time, save all my baby drink that's not my passion. You wanna jump in, baby. The water's warm, so honey, won't you wanna jump in? Jumping in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jump in, jump. Step up and jump in the deep end. Don't wanna take your time, save all my baby drink that's not my passion. You wanna jump in, baby. The water's warm, so honey, won't you jump in? I miss you, baby. I'm going crazy. Can you just stay with me tonight? I need to call you so I can tell you I got a tattoo because of you. I have been thinking about you lately. Sign after sign reminds me of you, babe. You know how to love me, know how to touch me. Can't get you out of my mind, babe.
Good morning.
We love to party with some Bacardi, but baby, are we gonna be forever? I wanna be yours, at least for hours. Just buy me flowers, I'll be your pleasure. I have been thinking about you lately. Sign after sign reminds me of you, babe. You know how to love me, know how to touch me. Can't get you out of my mind, babe.
I would like to thank the folks that cooked all this wonderful food for us. They never get enough recognition for all the trouble they go to. And thank Greenwood for having us again this year. This is kind of nice. We had it in a hangar last year and it was a little warm. It's kind of nice to be able to sit outside and enjoy a breakfast and not sweat to death. So For the folks that fix the food and let us stay here or let us come here, let's give them a hand. What's the EAA chapter number?
1023.
1023. Y'all do it pretty much every year, don't you? EAA does a wonderful job. How many people flew in today? All right, very good. How many had to file to get in today? What are the Class G airspace visibility and cloud separation requirements? Does anybody know?
1 mile clear clouds.
1 mile clear clouds. All right. How many people do we have here for the very first time at a breakfast club? Never been to a breakfast club before. Where are you from?
Here.
Here? How about you, sir?
Charleston.
Charleston. And you flew in?
No, we will next year.
Oh, we will next year.
On a plane now.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you. Y'all are now lifetime members. This club was formed back in 1938 by Thomas Summers. He was a businessman in Orangeburg, and he was looking for a reason and some time to spend some time with his daughter before church every morning, and he had an coupe. So he and Sylvia would get in their coupe and pick an airport, different airport every other week or so. And before long, some of his other friends in Orangeburg figured out what he was doing. They called him Saturday night and find out where he was going and meet him wherever they were going. And it began like that. They started looking for different places to have it. And in the archives and the history research that we've done, we have found some very interesting destinations. And we have pictures to back this up. One of my favorites was downtown Lamar. They would land on Railroad Avenue and taxi up to Main Street, turn right onto Main Street and back their airplanes up to the storefronts down Main Street and go into the restaurants and have breakfast every morning. And one of my favorite pictures out of that is a V-tail Bonanza at the gas station on Main Street getting fuel. So it's good IFR weather, good to keep your currency up, and overall safety. Gerald used to say if you come to enough breakfast clubs, you won't need charts because you'll be able to look down at the ground references, see the man's outhouse down there, and know which way to turn to get to where you want to go. The only time I know that Gerald got lost coming to a breakfast club, we were having it in Salisbury, North Carolina, right after it snowed. And all of his ground reference checkpoints were white, and he wound up in Virginia. And he figured out where he was. He was in the Barren, so you could get lost fast in the Barren. He just turned around and went back home. He never did find the airport. So for you, those of you who this is your first time, thank you very much for coming. You are now lifetime members. There are no dues, there are no bylaws, you can't get kicked out. And the last time we had a survey done was in 2008, I think, and we were up to about an 8,000 membership of all the people that had come. So let's give these folks a hand. Mr. Summers started the Breakfast Club called the Bouncing Ball. And the idea behind the Bouncing Ball was to award it to the pilot who came to the Breakfast Club who made the worst landing. He would have to sign the ball, take it home with him, and bring it back to the next meeting. But between 1938 and 1946, they lost so many balls because the pilot who had to sign it wouldn't come back that the president just started keeping it. And Gerald had it his whole 30-plus year tenure. I think it went through 4 airplane wrecks with him. He flipped Barron over on a landing with it in the back. And the ball that Gerald had when he passed away resembled more of a raisin than a ball. And he carried it around in what was left of an old bowling bag. And that ball and bowling bag are in Orangeburg at the place where the Breakfast Club originated. So what we've had to do lately is people started making such good landings, then we started targeting the tailwheel guys. Then the tailwheel guys started making such good landings, then we broadened the scope to people who were flying unusual airplanes. We've had, well, I've flown a Sabre liner into a Breakfast Club one time. We've had Staggerwing here. We had a Staggerwing Beach and an old Stearman. We had a Vogajet come into Georgetown. Biplanes we had targeted at one time because we had 3 or 4 at one breakfast. Lately, what we've been doing is honoring students who have gotten ratings or certificates, especially the young people who get in their private certificate or first solo. But I opened it up for candidates. I saw most of the landings today and they were all good. Does anybody have a candidate to sign the ball for a good reason? Because I don't think we have any bad landings. Nobody's talking.
Is there a first-time visitor?
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to honor the 170 guy because I love 170. I love tailwheel airplanes, period. That is an ongoing bucket list of mine.
I would have given you a ride without. I would have given you a ride anyway.
Oh,
I'd let you take it around the bench.
go on one of the black squares. That's the silver pen. My old instructor got me addicted to tailwheel airplanes.
Handling it on the ground.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Got your tickets up. This is an activity that Gerald used to be able to draw out for about 20 minutes. I try not to be that laborious. First number's a 0. Curb your enthusiasm. Second number's a 1. Third number's a 4. Still in it? Fourth number's a 3. Don't litter. Fifth number's a 0. I don't have it either. Last number's a 1. Who's got 301?
Me.
Remember how I said I was out?
Uh-huh. You're not?
301.
You've got 301?
Yeah.
Why'd you throw it down when I said 3 for?
Because that makes it lucky then. It's science. Don't tell my wife.
Drive safe. Thank you very much for coming. We really enjoyed having you. Hope to see you again soon.
Thanks,
Greenwood, Unicom 97633, taking runway 27 for departure. We'll be departing straight out. Thank you guys for having us for the Breakfast Club.